Well, it's Alicia, and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hoplob. And to what did I do with that paper? First of all, y'all, thank you so much for joining me last night on the live. And I know several of you were like, show us the paper. So I did. And then you were like, what are you going to do with it? So I thought I would show you today. But it also relates to my update for this week for Misty's 15 minutes of magical making, which I just call Misty's 15 minutes, just because that's a lot for me to get out of my mouth. So y'all, I've been doing the 15-minute sort of challenge, and I tell you, on the days I can fit in 2 sessions of 15 minutes, I get that done. So this week I created over 41 sequence mixes. So this is my very first stash. Y'all know if you've been on this channel for a couple of years, I don't tend to build up a stash. Last year I did build up some holiday cards for this year, and then they buckled from the community. So that was disappointing. I typically make for each person, and that makes me even slower. But what happened with this was really transformative because I needed something small that I could do creatively that was fun. And before you knew it, I ended up building up like 41 mixes. And that is remarkable when you think about it. Now, I focused primarily on Valentine's Day for the first batch, but then y'all, I went on and I did all sorts of mixes for all year. Everything from like green for the summer to mermaid mixes. I made some for fall. I made some for the next holiday season. So I have over 41 mixes ready that either I can use to make shakers or shaker cards or embellishments, or I can send to crafty friends as little racks or goodies. So this was this week's recap. 41 shaker mixes, unbelievable. So I'm sharing these recaps with you every week. I know that Linda's Doodas and Poopdas and Susan Titsy Tucker and Alvia show you daily. I tend to do it by the week, and what I'm learning from this is that I do best with this if I pick one thing. So like this past week, it was sequence mixes. This week, I'm working on Valentine's Day. So yesterday, during the live, I did a bunch of rough acrylic palette painting with my palette knife. And I built up some backgrounds that looked probably really rough when you all saw them, but I knew that what I was going to do was transform them into these little mixed media hearts. So, clearly I spent more time than 15 minutes painting the backgrounds last night, but that's the painting part. That's sort of what I call the painting entry part. And then I die cut them out. I built them up one time on 110 behind, and then I had a second 15-minute segment. So what I did with that one is I inked them, and I had another thing where I was on a call and I was able to do a little extra work while I was on the call. So then what I did was I did the stamping. So now I've prepped like over 20 of these hearts, all created with that paper y'all saw me make last night on the live, and they're ready to go. So this week for my Misty's 15 minutes of magical making, I'm gonna be working on Valentine's Day focused ATCs and cards and things like that, where I can use these amazing hearts that I now have ready to go. And again, I take a really long time to build up things like cards, so these are great. Now I have enough of my stash to do that for the week. And that'll be my focus for this week's of 15 minutes of magical making with Misty. And I want to just encourage you to give this a try, y'all, because it's remarkable at 15 minutes what you can get done. And if you think about it the way I just did, like one thing. So if your goal is to make, let's say, bag toppers this week, if you just do that as your 15 minutes of making, one day you die cut out, or you pick the paper one day. The next day you die cut. The next day you pick out the ephemera and all the pieces you want to add. Then you actually build them. You'll be done in the week. So I just want to strongly encourage this for you because it's really working, especially for those of us right now on tight time constraints with hefty schedules. 15 minutes is manageable. And again, while I was waiting for a call and having to do a call, I was able to do the inking for an extra 15 minutes. It was actually even less than 15 minutes, and got that done so that they're all ready for the week. So again, I love this idea that Misty started in December. I strongly encourage each of you to participate in it. I know that Susan, again, Tootsie Tucker, her bestie Linda, Doodas and Poopdas, and Alvia are doing it. All you have to do is put the hashtag. I think the official hashtag, y'all, is Misty's 15 minutes of magical making, but I just call it Misty's 15 minutes of making, just because it's easier for my mouth. All right, y'all, that is my update for this week. I will be on later today with an announcement about our Shake It Up collab and also with a mail to share with you. Until then, I am wishing for you the happiest and the healthiest week. Keep everyone in our prayers, y'all. We've got tons of folks suffering. Kathy's favorite thing is struggling with COVID. Heather's Handmade Haven is struggling. Please keep them in your prayers. Keep Deb Hendrick in her radiation. Today especially, please keep Tammy Green Tea in your prayers and thoughts. It's kind of a metamorphosis-like day for her. And we have so many people in our community that need our love. And Christopher, Donna Wilbur's son, is recovering. Keep him in your continued thoughts. And I'll see you all later today. Bye for now.